Lions TV, this is your post-match analysis video for yesterday's emphatic 4-0 win on the road against Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough, in which what was, of course, Joe Edwards' first game in charge as manager, and he was off to an absolute beyond a dream start. As always, let's kick off the show by taking a look at the 11 that the new gaffer picked to start the match. Okay, so I had predicted a 1-0 win for us in our preview. So pleased that I got the result right. I'm even more pleased, obviously, that we scored 4 goals and not 1. But I did say in that preview as well that I don't think he will venture too far away from what Barrett and what Rowett have been doing clientele-wise and things like that. So it did make me laugh yesterday when people were absolutely screwing that there was only one change, and that was Ryan Longman in to replace Danny McNamara. I don't know what people thought he was going to do. Did you think he was going to turn up to this job with a brand new squad in tow? Of course, he can't make any changes player-wise until the January transfer window opens, so we're still a little way off from that yet. But I did say I don't think he'll venture too far away. We didn't know what formation he was going to play, but as it went on, this was the team, this was the formation. Bulkowski in goal, 4 at the back, Norton Cuffy right back, Murray Wallace left back, Jake Cooper and Wes Harding were the 2 centre-backs. Casper De Norre and George Saville were in central midfield. Zian Fleming was in front of them, and then it was Ryan Longman one side, George Honeyman the other, and Tom Bradshaw as our central striker. So it was a 4-2-3-1, and it was really, really good. I'm gonna obviously in this video show both sides of the coin. I'm gonna go through the team just quickly now again. Bart thought he did really well. Anything he had to do, he had to pull off 3 or 4 decent saves, but if he was letting them in, I'll be asking questions. Norton Cuffy, changed man under this new manager and has been under Barrett as well. Absolutely brilliant. I'm still not convinced he's a right back though, if I'm honest. Murray Wallace, played well, got on the score sheet. Jake Cooper played well. Wes Harding again scores. That's 3 goals in his last 4 games. And of course, he hit the bar in the game, which I can't remember what the score was. But anyway, he hit the bar at home, didn't he? I'll get Southampton when we lost 1-0 in the last minute. Absolute fucking sucker punch. Look, but those 2 were carrying the ball at the back a lot better. And we was playing more on the front foot and with more confidence. I'm not going to put that down to Edwards, though. I thought we was doing that more as soon as Rowett went and Barrett was in charge. Central midfield, George Saville and Casper De Norre, absolutely sensational, both of them. On both of those players, it was ironic, actually, wasn't it, that the big change since Rowett left, even when Barrett was in charge again, is that George Saville has been straight back in the side and playing really, really well. As good as he has been and as good as he was the first time round at the club when we had Morris and Gregory and him in central midfield next to Sean Williams. Back to his absolute best, Saville, really, really good. And there must have been some sort of fallout because he wasn't playing at all. You had Alan Campbell there, who has hardly kicked a football since Rowett's departure, as sort of cemented first choice alongside Casper De Norre. Of course, if you're a central midfield player next to your partner's playing well, it's going to help you out, but it definitely does seem like a much better fit. I see a few things on Twitter yesterday about Casper De Norre from Sheffield Wednesday fans saying, we have no idea who this number 24 is for Millwall, but he's absolutely running the game. And the change of formation helped, yes. Saville helped him, yes. But when he plays brilliant, I'll say he played brilliant. And Casper De Norre was absolutely fantastic yesterday. Zian Fleming in front of them, I've said this before as well, he looks so much better in that 10, and he looks even better than he had done before in that 10. It's just sometimes a Fleming, if his final ball's a little bit off or pace as well. When we broke out a few times, he was in exactly the right position and he was receiving the ball, but he's not blessed for pace, is he? And he's sort of getting caught up. The play was catching him up and Sheffield Wednesday were getting back into positions and shape. And then the 2 wide men, Ryan Longman and George Honeyman. Honeyman looked like a man possessed yesterday. He seems to have picked up an extra yard of pace in his time out injured. I thought he played really, really well. He's more tenacious, isn't he? And he's more of a workhorse and a grafter. He's got quality as well, but I would say Longman's got more quality, but maybe not as tenacious and tough in the tackle and imposing as Honeyman. But yeah, Ryan Longman makes some great runs and has got great delivery, and it's good to see him back in the side. I think that he'll play quite a lot under the new gaffer, Joe Edwards, because he wants players that can play, and Longman can definitely do that. And I do feel he's been a bit unfortunate. Scored a really good goal against Rotherham, been left back, right wing, left wing, and he's sort of been injured, and he's been here, there, and everywhere. I think a substantial run of games in the side, I think he'll just flourish. And then up front, Tom Bradshaw I said this in my full-time reaction. I thought Bradshaw was absolutely brilliant yesterday. He didn't score, but he's an absolute workhorse. His hold-up players improved massively. He's winning free kicks for us where he's chasing balls out to a touchline, but he's got no right to get in there and just knocking it around people and getting brought down using his experience or holding the play up, people coming through the back of him and allowing us to drag our team up the pitch. Not just that, but he also had a hand in 2 of our goals, which I'll get onto. Now, what I'm going to say is this, and I'm not doing a disjustice to the manager or the team because a few people would text me yesterday and this morning saying what we did well was we scored a goal against a bad side and we punished them. We carried on. We didn't sit back. We continued to punish them and press forward for more and more goals, which we did. And I'm all over Joe Edwards being our new manager, and I think he's going to be fantastic for us. However, I think we do need to factor in slightly the level of opposition we played. Yes, they're in the Championship, but they've got 1 win from 16, and that was against Rotherham. So I just think we need to cool the jets a bit, and I'm sure the gaffer would have said that as well. It sounds stupid. He may not have wanted a 4-0 victory in his first game in charge because it almost can't get any better than that, can it? But he did say, I want to see what I've seen here at the Den, and there's no reason we can't see that and better. So he's definitely ambitious. It was a fantastic appointment. However, in the first 20 minutes of the game, and there would have been nothing wrong with it yesterday if we lost 4-0. Wouldn't have bothered me. It's going to take time. I've said that. The gaffer said that. And I think you all know that anyway. It's pretty obvious. But we sort of got an instant impact yesterday. But the first 20 minutes, we was chasing shadows. We had about 7% possession. We couldn't get near them. They looked like a really good side under their new manager as well, who's similar. Danny Rowe likes to pop the ball. A young manager, fresh into the management game, especially in the Championship. And we was chasing shadows. We could not get near him for sort of 10, 20 minutes. And then we sort of imposed ourselves a bit, but it still wasn't fantastic, I didn't think. Even when we was 2-0 up at half time. And again, I'm not trying to dig them out. I'm not looking for a fucking view or two. I'm just telling you how I saw it. I didn't think it was amazing. I think that we was clinical with our chances. The first goal, of course, comes directly from a corner. George Honeyman sticks it in. Murray Wallace heads it in. And that is about it. You can try and pick the bones out of these goals and these moves and what went right and what went wrong. It literally is a great corner from Honeyman. There's about 20 players in the box and no one picks up Murray Wallace. He didn't shake his runner off. He just runs in and heads it in. And that's obviously issues that although they've got a new manager, Sheffield Wednesday, they've got underlying. They still need to sort out. But look, you can only beat what's put in front of you. And George Honeyman puts a great cross in. Murray Wallace heads it in and we're 1-0 up. And then after that, we get a really, really good second. We break away. George Honeyman shows his pace. Norton Cuffey goes down the right wing. He crosses it in. It's not the greatest cross in the world. It's headed away. One bounce. I've seen everyone speaking about it. And there's a really good shot of it from behind the goal on the club's official Twitter page. George Saville cuts across the ball. Left foot looks full of confidence. And it absolutely flies into the bottom side net. And then the goalkeeper can't and never will get anywhere near that. Fantastic, fantastic finish from Saville, and we go in at half-time 2-0 up, full of confidence. Do you think the Millwall way now will be that we probably capitulate and fucking end up conceding 2 or 3, and we're going to be clinging on for the last 10 minutes or whatever? But that didn't happen. Sheffield Wednesday made 3 substitutions, and I think that where you can give real credit to the new manager, because I think if we had played that game, I don't think we'd have been 2-0 up under Rowett, and I don't think we would have walked away with 3 points. I think we would have walked away with a draw, and myself included would have said, well, point's a point on the road. You can't knock it. How many times have we said that before? Ironically, that is our first win in 6, but it is our 6th game without defeat away from home. So I just think that maybe Joe Edwards, he's experienced in football, yes, but I just think his confidence and his belief in what he can do and what he's seen these new players can do in the first 45 minutes, I think he's just said, fuck this, just be fearless, just go out and do what he's doing. And we'll get more. And it's exactly what we got. As I said, Sheffield Wednesday made 3 substitutions. Didn't work out for them. Millwall break again, go down the right-hand side. Casper Denor plays a really good ball and it's fired across the box. Bradshaw goes in, just gets there, makes himself busy in the right areas. Keeper blocks it. Falls out to Wes Harding, who's up there for whatever reason on the corner of the 6-yard box. And it's a striker's finish. It's unfortunately a Ronaldo celebration and Casper Denor joins in. But I think what he's done is he thought, I've never scored in my life. If I score one for the crack, I'm going to do the Sue. And now he's ended up scoring every week. He can't get out of that, and he's encouraging it now with Casper Denor as well. And I don't like it. No joking. He said, do what you fucking want. If you score every week, I don't really care. But 3 goals in 4 games for Big Wes. It's a really good finish, to be fair. Yes, the keeper's on the floor, but a centre back with a striker's finish fires it high. And then after that, it was open house, wasn't it? Sheffield Wednesday tried to come back into the game. They had a couple of opportunities, as I said, with good saves from Bart. Saves I'd be expecting the big man to make. And then the icing on the cake was a fourth goal, and probably not the best because Savills was really good. But Romain Esse's on. He comes forward, loses out, shows his endeavour to come back in and win it back. Ball gets knocked to Saville. Saville to Bradshaw, and Bradshaw knocks that little ball first time, just on the turn, scoop. And that's things he definitely wasn't doing there before. That's, I think, the new manager saying, right, if it comes into you, just scoop that through. I've told them to bomb on, and that's where they'll be. And it's exactly where Norton Cuffy was. Controls it and knocks it through the geezer's leg in one motion, runs around the other side of him, and it's a great shot from the angle across the goalkeeper. And it's absolute pandemonium. 4-0. I think 1,700 fans went up there. I'm absolutely devastated that I didn't go now. I really, really am gutted about that one. But I am flying to Mexico in about 12 hours' time. So, unfortunately, I couldn't make it. I had too much to do even today and bits and bobs. So, yeah, gutted I didn't go, but absolutely buzzing for the 1,700 or so that did go. And the players and the manager and the reception that the manager got from the fans at full time. It's like an instant impact. Brilliant. And long may it continue. I just feel that, and I'm backing Edwards here. If it does go a little bit backwards from here, let's not worry about it too much. I'm not saying it will, but you can't win every game in the Championship 4-0, especially away from home, even though all things considered, Sheffield Wednesday weren't the greatest. But look, for the opening 20 minutes, as far as I'm concerned, they look like a good side. We had 7% possession, as I said, and we couldn't get near them. We grew into the game. We didn't concede early, which is always a bonus because we do like to do that a lot, especially away from home. Even if we do get a result, we usually find ourselves clawing it back. So that didn't happen on this occasion. And for whatever reason, we've been 2-0 up. We was playing a lot more football, yes, and we was playing more balls through the middle. But also, and I know that's going to be his mantra and his outlook. But let's not forget, we was 2-0 up there at half time, and the olays from our fans were coming out. It's quite easy, or no, it's not easy. It's easier to do that when you're 2-0 up and you've got other teams trying to chase the game. So it was a lovely position to be in, a surprise position to be in. I did predict a 1-0 win, but of course I will absolutely take 4-0. And now what happens is the international break, just as you think we might, we've got something new and brilliant and we could build a bit of momentum, it gets cut short and there is no game until we return. Not Saturday, obviously, coming the Saturday after, which is at home to, is it Huddersfield? Don't know. It could be Huddersfield. I think it is. I'll be back for that game. Obviously, the stellar professional I am, choosing to take my holiday in the international break. But listen, fair play to the new gaffer, fair play to the players and everyone that travelled. An outstanding 4-0 win on the road. Hope you enjoyed the show. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And if I'm a bit quiet on the socials over the next 10 days, then you know why. I will be sunning myself in beautiful Mexico. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.